Now to the legacy Senator Lindsey Graham leaves behind. We spoke with those who worked closely with him, his staff, those who helped run his office and helped work on legislation. 7 News' Taylor Farmer continues our team coverage from Greenville.
Lindsey Graham spent more than 2 decades as one of South Carolina's most recognizable political figures, becoming one of the most influential voices in Washington. President Trump ordered flags across the country to fly at half-staff, and here in Greenville, it's a visual reminder of Graham's legacy. Now, every senator has a team behind him, answering questions, problem solving, and helping carry that mission of service. Graham's team says the next question is not who will fill his spot, but whether anyone can, saying he truly was one of a kind.
For a state like South Carolina, to have a senator who barely sleeps and thinks about nothing else but public policy. I mean, he's impossible to replace.
Impact, appreciation, and deep roots. Those are words from the people who knew U.S. Senator Lindsey Graham best, the staff members who worked behind the scenes of his career.
He was an absolute hoot to be around. He had a sense of humor and a wit that was unmatched.
Mark Noob managed several of Graham's campaigns and says working alongside him was one of the greatest honors of his life.
Senator Graham, I think, first and foremost, is a supremely loyal and dedicated friend to everyone around him. He will be dearly missed.
Noob says Graham's commitment to service started long before he reached the Senate.
He believed he was put on this earth to serve, and that's what he did. He grew up in the back of a pool hall, in the back of a liquor store, and when both of his parents passed away, he knew what he had to do. He had to take care of his younger sister, Darlene.
There's no way you played 18 holes of golf with Lindsey Graham without him being interrupted 4 times. He says, "You guys just play ahead." And he's over there on the phone with the Senate Minority Leader or the Prime Minister of Egypt.
From humble beginnings to meetings with world leaders, his team says Graham never forgot the people who helped him get there. And that connection extended beyond his staff.
I voted for Lindsey. He's done a great job, and I want him to continue to do so.
For decades, South Carolinians turned to his office for help.
The way that he treated people and showed respect and was willing to have civil disagreements with people just set him apart.
Graham's staff says appreciation went both ways. That gratitude, they say, was part of what made Graham's office feel different.
Those are the most professional, responsive, and capable professionals in the Senate. He was always grateful for that. He knew that. He told people about it. He loved to brag about it. He made all of us feel like we were part of his family, truly, and he told us we were.
For those who worked alongside him, they say Graham's legacy will not only be measured by the decisions he made in Washington, but by the people he impacted along the way. It's a sacrificial service where they believe there are now undoubtedly big shoes to fill.
A lot of people are looking for someone who is willing to put South Carolina first and foremost, like Senator Graham did, put constituent service above everything.
We reached out to additional members of Senator Graham's team, some who were not available for interviews, but told us that they are not mourning just a boss or a mentor, but a dear friend. In Greenville, Taylor Farmer, 7 News.